Hi guys and welcome back to another Call of Duty commentary with me, InstentKarma with an E. Today I got a gameplay coming to you off of the map Village. It is a L118A, I believe is the name of this weapon sniping gameplay that is quite amazing if I do say so myself. It comes from my buddy Balla24, who's a fellow commentator as well, and he was able to come through for me on this gameplay. I haven't been around playing Modern Warfare 3 too much, and I know I wanted a sniping gameplay to go along with today's topic. So I just sent a message on Twitter, and he was able to come through with this in a matter of an hour or so. So I really do want to thank him and recommend you guys go check out his channel if you haven't been there before. He has a lot of great stuff happening over there, a lot of really good videos, and he's been with me since day one on my channel. So I really do appreciate that and appreciate him coming through for me. So definitely go check out what he's got there. Some pretty good stuff, if I do say so myself. Now, today's topic I want to get into pretty quickly here because we don't have much time, and this is going to be it's a question that was asked by Delbomb3131, and he stopped by on the last video and asked me this right here, which you're looking at. It says, "Hey, I know you snipe and have made a montage. I was wondering how you felt about fees in drop zone. I got in an argument with a guy on the PSN telling him he was lame for going 40 and 14 while losing 7,500 to 1,800. He said he was getting clips for a montage, and I told him that was a cheap tactic, taking advantage of people who were PTFO, or playing the objective, with, you know, some colorful words in there. Just wondering your thoughts." So that's what I'm going to be answering today, and we might have a little bit of time for some other things that I want to tell you at the end of this, but let's get into this right off the bat. So first and foremost, I think that it is very important to play the objective, and I think you can get clips while doing it at the same time. Now, drop zone has quickly become one of those game types where snipers like to go into there and just get their clips because everybody gets into the same spot, and it's a little bit easier to make yourself look like a great sniper. Now, that being said, you should always make sure that you have your team in mind, because a lot of people, you know, the montages and the clips only really benefit the person that is there playing the game and trying to work for those clips. They still have a whole team that kind of depends on them. Nothing frustrates me more than getting to the end of the game and seeing that somebody has, 50 kills, but they have very low points overall compared to everybody else because they haven't been helping play the objective. They haven't been helping the team win. They're just concerned about how they look, and I don't think that is a great way to play. As you can see with this gameplay here, he's going to get quite a good kill-death ratio with his sniping, and he still plays the objective. I mean, we just captured an objective right there, and if he starts to lose one, he goes back and gets kills that way. What you need to understand is you can play the objective and get clips at the same time. They tend to go hand in hand, because if you're on top of that objective, you're keeping the enemy from getting there, and you're on there yourself. You're going to have people coming to you all the time. You're going to be getting people off of places. You're still going to be controlling it. So saying that you're just going for clips the entire time and not playing the objective is a pathetic excuse. You can do both, and I think that the clips mean a little bit more if you are doing both. If you're just sitting back in the corner and you get a couple good shots a whole game, and you go on to another map and do the same type of thing, it's going to look great when you put that montage together. Add music onto any Call of Duty clip and it makes it sound and look a little bit better. So if you're doing that the entire time, day in and day out, it really doesn't show that you're that great of a player. People are going to be disappointed if they get into lobbies with you after playing that montage on their computer. They're going to be expecting something more to happen. If they just see that, I don't think they're going to be too impressed. So I feel like, yes, you can go into drop zone to look to get clips, and a lot of people do that, but that's not a valid excuse for not playing the objective. They do go hand in hand there. So for Delbomb, if I were you, I would have been saying the same type of thing to this guy, that it's not a great way to get your clips. You can do both things, and you can help out your team at the same time, and you're just you're being very greedy. You're being self-centered if that's all you're doing. If you're sitting in the map just looking at what everybody else is doing and trying to get some kills off of them. So that is one thing that I do find very important, because snipers very often get mistaken for people that just like to camp and sit at the back of maps and get their clips, and that is not the right type of sniper to be. Yeah, there's certain games like Battlefield where it's kind of a must with the drop damage, and you can't really rush and quickscope or do any of that kind of stuff in that game. But Call of Duty isn't really set up in that respect, and so when you do that kind of thing, there's really no reason for it. Call of Duty is set up to be a much more fast-paced, action-packed game, whereas Battlefield and other sniping games, like we look at Sniper Elite V2 that just came out not that long ago, that's another game where, you gotta linger a little bit and take your time to get your shots, but that's not the way that this game is built to be, and if you're just sitting back camping the entire time, it puts a bad taste in people's mouth and really makes them not enjoy the game as much. I know that's why I don't play as much anymore, because I like to move around the map and get a good feel for it. people know that I'm going to do that. They know that I like to experience the whole game, and so they'll just sit in one corner that's popular to be run by and sit there the entire time, only one way out, and look at me and shoot me down every time I come by. And that starts to frustrate me and make me not want to play this game. So that being said, if you are playing these objective-based game modes, domination, anything like that, make sure you're getting up and playing the objective and helping out your team. If you have a high KDR, you know, great, your player card looks good, but it doesn't really matter if your win-loss ratio is down in the dirt. I mean, there's a lot of things in objective-based game modes that you can do to control that. In Team Deathmatch, you could be getting, you know, 5 KDR every time and still end up losing the game if you have terrible people on your team. So, you know, that one's a little bit more understandable if your win-loss ratio isn't exactly where it should be. But in domination and things like that, you know, you have a lot more power over who wins the game if you're actually playing the objective. You can keep people off of it and, you know, make sure that you're getting on it yourself. So, this is kind of a sorry excuse to say otherwise. So if you are one of those people, you just want to go in there and get clips, you want to get a good KDR, that kind of stuff, hop in Team Deathmatch. You know, you don't care about your win-loss record. Get in Team Deathmatch, try to get your kills that way. I mean, there is a lot of places that you can focus on and get clips there, but I think if you're just doing what this guy was doing in Drop Zone, that you're not going to have, I mean, you might have a good time, but nobody else is really going to be enjoying the game, and it ruins it for a lot of people. So that is my biggest complaint with Call of Duty series, is just people that are very self-centered, they're only there for themselves, and I think that the internet has kind of done that as a whole. They don't really care about the other people, and that's why that it can be such a harmful environment sometimes with the cyberbullying and things like that. You know, it's a lot bigger place where people, you know, they don't have to worry about other people. They're just a name online. They're not any real person behind it, or so they think. So that's one thing that's really ruined it for me, because back when Call of Duty 4 came out, and a lot of these games that start out and don't have a lot of popularity up front, you have a lot more of a niche group that plays the game, and ones that really appreciate other gamers, really appreciate what the game is about. Whereas with Call of Duty, it's just become so popular that if you have an Xbox, you have a PlayStation, it's kind of assumed that you have Call of Duty with it, much to my chagrin, because I liked it when it was a lot more concentrated group of people that respected the game, respected the players, and played it that was supposed to be played. Because now it's so far gone from what it could have been. That's why I'm really excited for Black Ops 2, but at the same time, if the community doesn't improve, the game's not going to take off. I feel like halfway through Black Ops is when it started to lack, because there was a lot of people that got into the Modern Warfare 2 mindset that didn't come over to Black Ops and didn't really play the game the way it should. Now, they thrive in Modern Warfare 3 because it's the same game practically. But with Black Ops, you know, we kind of got a taste of what we saw with World at War and Call of Duty 4, where it's a little bit more tight-knit of community, ones that care about and put their time into the game and actually get rewarded for that. But with Modern Warfare 3, with the bullet damage, people dying so fast, the way that it plays to campers and noobs, it's kind of hard to have that same feel. So if we see the same type of stuff in Black Ops 2, which I'm assuming we probably will based off of what we're getting in this game, but again, you never know, it's going to be a little bit sad for me. But that's going to do it for today, guys. Check out this final kill cam. This is kind of snipers I do not like, the ones that just use it as an assault rifle, but you'll see here in a second. But thanks for coming by and checking out this gameplay. Please head over to Ballo's channel and check out what he's got there. You don't got to subscribe, but at least give it a look, because he's got a lot of great gameplay like this one over there. But remember, rate, comment, and subscribe, and I will catch you next time.